When you scroll through endless grill listings, the pictures can make anything look like a backyard masterpiece. Then you finally pull the plug on that shiny, stainless steel beast, only to find it cramped, uneven, or just not the restaurant-grade tool you imagined. I've been there, and I know the hesitation that comes with spending a good chunk of cash on a grill that might end up gathering more dust than ribs. That's why I wanted to walk through the Broil King 875924 Barron's 440 Pro IR the way a real buyer would, looking at setup, daily use, hidden trade-offs, and who actually gets the most bang for their buck. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the Barron's 440 isn't a tiny portable unit, and that's a deliberate design choice. The 4 dual-tube burners are built from stainless steel, and the main burner cranks out 40,000 BTU. In plain English, that means you have serious heat when you need it, but it also means the grill takes up a fair amount of patio real estate. If you have a modest balcony or a cramped patio, you might find the footprint a little demanding. On the flip side, anyone who hosts weekend barbecue parties, cooks for a large family, or likes to sear a steak on the outside while finishing it low and slow on the inside will appreciate that ample cooking surface. The primary cooking space feels generous enough to line up a full rack of chicken wings, a couple of burgers, and a veggie tray all at once without crowding. Setting it up is straightforward for anyone who's ever hooked a propane grill to a tank, but there are a few nuances worth noting. The grill uses a standard LP connection, so you'll need a 20 pounds propane tank or a larger refillable cylinder if you plan on long sessions. The first time you fire it up, give the burners a minute or two to warm up before you open the lid. This is how the infrared, IR, technology reaches its optimal temperature range. The IR system distributes heat more evenly across the cooking surface than a traditional gas grill, which translates to fewer hot spots and better searing. In my own tests, a single 2-inch thick porterhouse got a beautiful crust on the outside while staying pink in the middle after just a few minutes on the high side, then I moved it to a lower zone to finish without overcooking. That kind of flexibility is where the value of the IR system shines. Now, let's talk about the practical strengths. The 4 burners are independent, meaning you can create zones: high heat on one side for searing, medium on another for chicken, and a low, indirect area for slow cooking ribs. This is a real advantage over many entry-level grills that only offer a single heat level, forcing you to juggle timing and risk overcooking some items. The stainless steel construction does more than look good, it resists rust, which is a big deal if you live in a humid climate or don't store the grill under a cover year-round. The grill also comes with a decent-sized grease management system, a removable drip tray that slides out for easy cleaning, and a built-in grease cup that catches excess fat. After a night of grilling a mixed platter of sausages, burgers, and vegetables, I could simply slide the tray out, dump the contents into the trash, and rinse it with a hose. No scrubbing of stubborn char buildup. There are, however, a few hidden trade-offs that can bite you if you're not aware. The infrared burners tend to run hotter than conventional gas burners, which is fantastic for a quick sear but can be a surprise if you're used to the gentler heat of a regular propane grill. The learning curve is real. If you place delicate fish directly over the high heat zone, it can overcook in seconds. The workaround is to use the 2-zone setup: keep the IR burners on one side for searing, and the other side on a lower flame for gentle cooking. Another nuance is that the grill's lid isn't insulated as heavily as some premium models, so during long, low and slow cooks the interior temperature can fluctuate a few degrees. It's not a deal-breaker, but if you're chasing the precise temperature control of a smoker, you'll need to keep an eye on the thermometer. Who should consider buying the Barron's 440? If you're a serious home griller who enjoys experimenting with different cooking methods: direct sear, indirect roast, and even a touch of smoking, the 4-burner layout and IR heat give you the tools to do it without buying multiple devices. Families that frequently entertain, say a dozen guests every few weeks, will love the large cooking area and the ability to keep different foods at separate temperatures without crowding. It also makes sense for people who already own a propane tank and are comfortable with the basic safety steps of hooking up a gas grill. On the other hand, if you're a casual griller who only flips a couple of burgers on the weekend, or if you live in a tiny apartment balcony where space is at a premium, this grill might be overkill. The initial